potatoes in here that are just cooking away here. Oh yeah, looking nice. This was really ready, I reckon. So today's recipe is going to be spiced pork with grilled asparagus, pizza bread. So we're going to start off, I've got some instant yeast here, tepid water, and we're going to leave this with 1 teaspoon of sugar, and we're going to leave this for 5 minutes. Yeast is fermented, so to the flour we're going to add salt, cumin and Italian herbs. So Italian herbs being rosemary, oregano, marjoram. We're just going to stir them through. I've got a starter, so like a sourdough. So this is my sourdough. So you could obviously make this without the sourdough, and it just means that you're going to add less water. So I'm going to plonk all my sourdough starter into the middle. Then I'm going to go in there with tomato paste, olive oil, my yeast mixture, and some water. So the water is tepid water. So you just don't want cold water. When you're mixing the dough, just start from the middle and stir around. So don't scoop all that flour. So just start the dough from the middle. If you need to add, you can add more water, but just follow the recipe. You just mix from the middle. I'm not scooping in the rest of that flour. Once it begins to become very stiff, then you're going to move to your hand. Mix with our hands. I'm just going to mix that flour. Try at this stage, if you can, just use your fingertips. So now what we're going to do is we're going to knead that dough. So start it off in the bowl. We're just going to squeeze down on the dough. Squeeze and push, squeeze, push the dough. Get a little bit of flour, not too much. You want the dough to stick on the table a little bit as well, so you're going to push down on the dough, push, put it together, push, put it together. Many techniques for kneading a bit of dough. So, that is our finished dough. Well, wipe it with some oil. Oops. Put the dough in there. You can cover it with glad wrap, or I'm just going to use this. So just going to leave that now to ferment. We want this dough to have risen by twice its volume. So now what we're going to do is just grill the asparagus. I've got a grill pan here. I'll just blanch the asparagus in boiling salted water for 2 minutes. I'm just going to put some olive oil over them. Turn over the asparagus. You can see how the dough is nicely fermented. So we're going to knock all that air out. Knock all that air back out of the dough. Piece of dough, roll it into a circle. Put some flour. If it starts getting a bit too sticky, just flip the dough over. Now there are better ways to roll a pizza, so I'll show you with the rolling pin method. And this is not how a proper pizza is rolled, but it'll be fine when you're at home. You're going to roll your pizza to your preference. If you want thin crust, then this is how much you want it. So let's just take our dough. I'm going to stick that one onto grease-proof paper. Just on the paper. Then you're going to put all your ingredients. So we're going to go in there with now our tomato. Now although it looks a bit dry, the tomato, that's fine, because once we put the pork on, then the pork is going to create some juice. So now we put the pork. So then we're going to add some of our grilled asparagus. And finally, we're going to go over there with the cheese. Finish it with some olive oil, and it's ready to go in the oven. So just in the pan for enough time that it gets a little bit crispy on the bottom. Yep, just a little bit golden brown, and then you're all good to go. There's these ones in here that just cook away here. Ooh.